Okay, I don't know if you remember, about 5 years ago, somebody got into the car and got underneath it and yanked on the intake pushrod tubes and bent for the pushrods. And of course, in addition to that, they also broke the pushrod tubes. But they also hit on this side over here one of the exhaust pushrod tubes. They didn't bend the pushrod or anything, so I stuck a socket down the tube to kind of push it back into shape. Well, that tube has failed, so that's what I've got leaking, which is what some of this is about. And anyway, I've got some of these. These are leftover from the other stuff that I fixed. You know, I bought 8 of these things, so I had some left. So I'm just gonna pop this open over there, take the, you call it, the heater box off, and pop these in. But I haven't moved it in a while. Let's see, when did I park it? I parked it back, see, January or February, I don't know. It was about 3-4 weeks ago. So it should start up no problem. Hey, there we go. Okay, I'm going to pull this guy. Step 1. Then I got to get that guy. And geez, you can't hardly even see it, but the one up there, that should pop out. I got to take this loose. Oh, geez, bad angle with the sunlight. Anyway, got to undo this, and the whole assembly should just slide off. Hey, there it is. It dropped off. Loosen this one just a tiny bit. It seems to be on there really, really tight. And anyway, I got to get this undone. Haven't looked at what's in here in a long time. It might be kind of fun. Okay, gasket's in there real nice. Wasn't really leaking or anything. There's not really a bit of oil down there. Just a little bit of dust. And of course there's the assembly. We got to get that out of the way. Alright, let's yank it off here and take a look at stuff. Nice and smooth, smooth, smooth. Fantastic. Alright, let's pull it off. Take a look at stuff. Oh, come on, get off there. Let's see here. How are the caps looking? It's not too bad. Oh, gotta turn this one around. Maybe we'll just go over here like this, put it down. Nice and smooth. Nice and smooth. Perfect. Perfect. Okay, I want you to notice, right? No swivel feet, no elephant feet. There's no need to run those things anymore. Alright, there's a whole bunch of stuff that Hoover put in his blog that's just like out of his freaking gourd wrong. And, you know, the material changes. When we went from leaded to unleaded gasoline, it made it unnecessary to run things like that. All the reasons that he's got in there just no longer exist. So, you know, people don't update their information and they continue to spew the old 1950s and 60s mantra. Just understand, it's out of date by 50, 60 years. Just use the stockers. They work fantastic, and they're lighter weight, and they don't break. But on the other hand, the solid spacers are definitely the way to go. This is super smooth when they get them set up right. No noise, they don't go back and forth, they're just real quiet. Alright, well anyway, I gotta get under there, I gotta yank out this one. I'm gonna replace 4 of them, but this is the main culprit. Exhaust on number 2. Okay, and here's where it got damaged. Somehow way back up under here they did something weird and they bent this one. They got both of these guys. I'm not sure where they stuck it in, probably somewhere right here. They went flank and yanked this one and over here and yanked that. They couldn't get a good bite on this one. But they hit it there. And I think they must have attacked this one as well. I'm not sure what happened here. I think there were some bends in this as well, where they pushed on it right down in here. And anyway, this one and this one are gonna come out, and we're of course going to replace them with these. Alright, there we go. All of them are in. Let's take a look underneath. Alright, and here we are down under the bottom. And of course I scraped all the slime off because I want to be able to see whether or not they're leaking. Now, the bulk of the oil that was under here was coming from, up. Like I say, a punched hole right up in here. This push rod tube was looking pretty bad too. It had also gotten pulled. It just wasn't as badly yanked as this one was. So I had to go. And how's the rest of it looking over there? Yeah, I might want to look at that side, but that one's looking not terrible. I could have swore I did two on that side. Looks like I only did one. Yeah, got lucky. Not leaking too much. It definitely leaks, but it's not looking like it's real bad. The transmission's got some grease on it, but even the transmission's not looking too bad. Alright. Anyway, let's get it all bolted back up. You know what's really nice about this? Is I don't have to worry about adjusting the valves or even checking them because they're hydraulic. Only way to go. Just in case you wanted to see it in action. And it doesn't have a muffler on either. Not automatic. You don't see a bunch of oil coming out. That's the way it's supposed to be. There's a little bit of oil. Alright, I'm going to turn it off. Alright. Decided to let the sun go down a little tiny bit. It's actually pretty warm. March 2nd, she's got up into the 70s today. And again, with the sun coming in the garage, kind of hot. But anyway, heater box back in, bolts torqued down. Got all this stuff tightened back up. And let's give it a listen, make sure everything's going to do what it's supposed to do. Sounds good. Maybe I'll take it for a little drive this evening. Alright, back on the ground here. Let's put the decorative details back in place. Try to, anyway. Oh, it's kind of in the right way. It's kind of pinched. That's better. And, oops, don't want to forget these guys. Yeah, there's 4 of them. And we're all torqued down, ready to roll. Alright, maybe just a quick trip around the block here. Looking good. Gotta do some work on the brakes. I really don't know what the heck's going on with them. Alright. Looks good. Well, it wasn't much of a drive, but it's getting kind of dark and I don't like driving it this way, so I'll get back to it, figure out whether they've seated properly and are leaking later. So that's it for this one.